So today, guys, this is gonna be a clip from one of my previous streams, and there was a new player that asked me for advice, and the talk ended up going much longer than I expected, and a lot of my community was like, "Yo, you should actually make this a video." So I just wanted to let you guys know that this is a stream clip, and if there's anything in this video that I missed, in your opinion, just let me know down in the comments. And let's try to help some new players out with giving them some solid advice for starting the game. Welcome to my channel. My name is ZZZ, and I'll be your host today.
Yo, what's up, bro? Been playing ZZ about 2 weeks now, and I'm really liking the combat story so far. I got any quick tips for a noob like me? Quick tips. Let's see. Is this your first gacha game, Huncho? That will go a long way in giving you quote unquote quick tips. Yeah, it is. Okay. Quick tips is this your first gacha game? Don't fall for the predatory practice of gacha games. I've been playing gacha games for a very long time, way longer than I ever should have. I think I'm on year 11. The best tip I can give you is you don't need every character. Don't fall into the trap. They're going to do everything in their power to make it feel like you need to get every single character. Don't do that to yourself. Don't spend money if you don't have the means. If you do spend money, make sure it's money that you can spend and that it doesn't come back to hurt you in the end, because your real life is way more important. And just have fun with the characters that you enjoy. People will tell you waifu over meta, but if you want to play this game long term, my best advice for you is to pick your favorite waifu or husbando and build a meta team around them. That's the best way you can play this game if you want to play it long term and you want to play the end game content. So let's say you just started the game. So who's your first character, brother? You just got Seed. Okay. So you're actually kind of lucky with Seed. So Seed is very flexible, right? She's a very flexible agent. You can already pair her up with Nicole. Nicole is a free unit, and she works with any attack agent. So I don't know if there's any A ranks that are attack agents that you really like, but if there are, then you can just pair them with your Seed and you'll get a very nice head start in terms of a good team for her. If you want your Seed team to do very well, you can pull Orphe. That would be her best in slot, but you're not forced to. But that's just examples, right? You have Trigger. Okay, you can put Trigger with your Seed. That's fine. Yeah, Seed Billy works. Seed Billy Nicole. Big advice too. When you're starting the game, I need you to understand. You've only been playing for 2 weeks. You need to quickly understand resources are not infinite. I know at the beginning of the game, it's gonna look like everything is really cheap. Getting characters to 40, getting characters to level 50, leveling up their engines, leveling up their core skills. Everything's gonna look cheap at the very beginning. But just know it catches up fast, and it catches up real fucking fast. I promise you, if you level too many characters at the beginning, it will come back to bite you in the ass. Because resources, once you get to a certain internaut level, they start slowing down significantly. And I mean a lot. Your resources slow down a lot. Please do not take for granted the resources you get in the early game. Do not do that. Like, I promise you, it will catch up. Also, another thing, always take guaranteed upgrades over things that aren't guaranteed. And the best example for that is you're playing Seed, right? Get her core skill to core F. before you try to min max her drive disk, get her core skill to core F. And you know why you do that? Because it's a guaranteed upgrade. Drive discs are not guaranteed. You are gambling. Every time you farm for drive disc, you are gambling. They are not guaranteed upgrades. You don't know if you're going to get a good drive disc or not every time you farm for them. You could go multiple days without getting a single good drive disc. So make sure you get guaranteed upgrades first. That's leveling your core skill. That's leveling your skill, your skill levels at the bottom for your basic, your dodge, your assist, your EX special, and your ultimate. Make sure you're leveling your engine to level 60. Get your main DPS to level 60 in terms of their character level. So just like make sure you're doing guaranteed upgrades instead of always gambling. Oh, that is a big one. Yes, that is a big one. Make sure you're finishing one team at a time. That is a very, very big one, man. Do not have... Okay, let's say you picked out 3 teams, right? Let's say you picked out 3 teams. Here, let's do this. Let's say this is team 1. Let's say this is team 2. And I don't know, let's say this is team 3. You just got the game, so we know Seed is one of your favorite characters. You said you just got Trigger too, right? So let's pretend your C team is you said Anton. So let's pretend that's your C team. Let's pretend you decide to go for Lucia next patch. So this could be your Kamano team. This is just examples. I'm not saying you have to do this, but I know you're a new player, so let's just do examples. Let's say this is your Kamano team next patch. And then, I don't know. Do you have any other DPS on your account, bro? Idhari's better? Dude, this is an example. This is not about best in slot. Calm down, chat. This is not about best in slot. This is just an example. It's not about what's better and what's not. Okay, so Billy. You could do Billy, Nicole. Here, we'll just do the Cunning Hares for an example. Sure. You need to get your C team in a good spot before you move on to the second team. Does that make sense? And then you need to get your second team in a good spot before you move on to the third team. You what you don't need to do is put a little bit of resources into Seed and Kamano, and then put a little bit of resources into Lucia, and then mixing it up and say, oh wait, what about Trigger? Let's put a little bit of resources into Trigger. Like no, don't do that. No. Take your full coherent teams, get your first team into a good spot. So get your seed team into a good spot where everybody is competent. And then you can come to your second team. And then once you get your second team in a good spot where they're competent, then you can maybe then think about your third team. But what I want you to do, once you get your second team into a competent spot, I want you to go back to your first team and make sure that they're actually good enough. Because at the end of the day, to get all the polychrome rewards in ZZZ in the end game, you only need 2 teams. You need 2 teams. So you need to make sure that your 2 teams, your first 2 teams, are strong enough or competent enough before you move on to a third team, before you move on to a fourth team. Okay? So that's what you should do. So you want to do guaranteed upgrades. You want to make sure you're doing guaranteed upgrades over drive disk. Do drive disk after the guaranteed upgrades. Now you can go ahead and get the main stats you need for drive disk. There's nothing wrong with that.
But when it comes to min-maxing drive disk, get guaranteed upgrades before you min-max drive disk. Because a guaranteed upgrade is a guaranteed upgrade. Now, you can just go ahead and get a okay drive set on them so they actually have something to function with. But before you fully min-max your drive disk, make sure you have all the guaranteed upgrades good and work one team at a time. All right? And that's the best advice I can give you, homie. And obviously, the real best advice I can give you is have fun. Have fun, enjoy the game. And welcome to the community, brother. I hope you have a good time.